specific to general. This is the second part. Okay. So what you are doing in your introduction, this is you call GS, general to specific, because in introduction of your research, you will actually uh, talk about the background, the background of your research, which means that you will talk about the general things related to your topic, okay, related to your topic. And then you actually move to the specific points which you are going to talk about. So this is you call general to specific. So in introduction, usually this is the general to the specific model. Okay. All right. So now please look at here, everyone. So we look at a brief look at the element of formal sentence definition. Okay. So we look at the sentence definition now. Let us now look at formal sentence definitions. As we said earlier, sentence definitions are often useful starting point for a GS paragraph. Please look at the following examples. Number one, a solar cell is a device that of which converts the energy of sunlight into the electric energy. Okay, so this is you call the sentence definitions. Okay, they say a device that of which converts, okay, converts the energy of sunlight into electric energy. So this sentence is actually giving the definition of what a solar cell is. Okay, all right. Uh, Whereby is commonly used in formal writing instead of by which, by means, of which, and through which. Look at here, everyone. For example, collective bargaining is a process whereby employers agree to discuss work related issues with employee representatives. Okay, so here you say whereby, okay, whereby employees. You don't say by which or by means. You say whereby. It's a more commonly used in formal writing. Okay, all right, okay. Uh, so please take note of this. Okay, this is a formal writing. You use whereby to mean by which, by means, of which, and through which. Okay, right. Let's go on to one more. Okay. Uh, Here are two final pieces of advices about writing formal definitions. First, if possible, avoid using any form of your term in the definition. Using the term itself in the definition can result in a particular, in a circular or uninformative definition. So please look at the example. Erosion is a process during which the surface of the earth erodes. It's it's somehow repeated, because erosion is the noun, but then in the definition you use the word erodes, erodes, which is quite not so important, quite not so informative, because the word erosion is the family of the word erodes already. So you need to do like this. Look at this. Erosion is a process during which the surface of the earth is degraded by the effects of the atmosphere, weather, and human activity. So in this way, you actually give more informative definition rather than just the word erodes, which is quite, uninformative, quite repeated word. Okay. Okay. So avoid using the term which already has in the definition itself already. Okay. Try to use different terms to give more informative definition. Everyone, okay, all right, okay, okay. You get this one, okay? So what they want you to avoid using any related words in the definition already, okay? Like erosion is the term, and then you use the word erodes in the definition, which is not quite informative, okay? Right. Okay. Let's go on now. Okay. Some authors, however, prefer to repeat the term or a form of the term to achieve clarity. Okay. Okay, look at here. For example, query may be one-time queries or recurrent queries. Recurrent means sometimes or from time to time. Okay. Query mean like question. Question. Yeah. A recurrent query is a query that an application submits to request that a sensing or actuation task be carried out or that an event be detected uh, repetitively with a given frequency and for a given duration. So here you can actually use the same word, okay, to actually to clarify, okay, to clarify. This is the same word, but not a family word. This is the exactly the same word. Okay, exactly the same word. Yeah. Okay. Just to clarify, everyone. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me mute because some sound is actually, yeah. Okay. Let's continue, everyone. Second, if possible, use when and where in definition only if necessary. Everyone, they may seem overly informal to readers. So if not necessary, do not use the word when and where. Okay, because this is quite informal. Okay, it sounds very informal. Okay, please look at the example. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Pollution is when the environment becomes contaminated as a result of human activity. Yeah. So you see they use when here. So it sounds quite informal. So what they want you to use, you can use like this. Pollution is a form of environmental contamination resulting from human activity. Okay, so they delete the word when and then they change some words, okay, to make it more formal here. Can you compare? Yeah, again, pollution is when the environment becomes contaminated. Yeah, when the environment becomes contaminated as a result of human activity. But here they say pollution is a form of environmental contamination resulting from human activities. Okay, right over here. So they do not use when to avoid uh, informality. Okay, right. Okay, let's continue. So and then let's continue. Yeah? A fall is where there is a fracture in the earth's crust and the rock on the side of the fracture moves in relation to the rock on the other side. So here they say, yeah, they delete where. A fall is a fracture in the earth's crust in which. So they delete where and then they say in which the rock on the side of the fracture moves in relation to the rock on the other side. Okay. So you use where to sound quite informal. But if you want your writing to be formal, more formal, you use in which rather than where. Okay. So, for example, in informal speaking or writing, you say this is the house where I live. But usually, you can actually say informal writing. This is the house in which I live. Okay, in which I live. So to sound more formal in your writing. Okay, right. So they avoid using where. Okay, because it sounds quite informal. Everyone, they use in which. Okay, over here. Let's continue. Uh, okay, so we have extended definition. Okay, yeah. So please look at here. So far, we have dealt only with sentence definitions. In some cases, one sentence may be enough before continuing with a GS passage. Yeah, GS passage. Yeah, general to specific passage. Passage means article. However, in others, it may be relevant and important to explain the definition, particularly in a course paper. So in this way, you can demonstrate your knowledge of a concept more fully. An extended definition usually begins with a general one sentence definition and then becomes more specific as definition details provided. There may be a need to focus on aspects as components, types, applications, and history or examples. Okay, I need to mute. Okay, there are some sound over here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yes. Okay. So this is you call extended definitions. Okay. So it means that you make your definition not only in one sentence but in longer, in like a few sentences or sometimes in a paragraph. This is you call extended definition. Okay. Yeah. So at the moment you have sentence definition. I mean that your the definition is given only in one sentence. But over here, extended definition the definition can be given in a few sentences or in the whole paragraph. This is you call extended definition. Okay. I think you understand the word extend mean make it longer. Okay. All right. Okay. Look at here. Okay. So an extended definition may also include information regarding operating principles or causes and effects. A description of operating principle is also known as a process analysis. Yeah, a process analysis. A process analysis has some unique characteristics which will be discussed in greater detail in Unit 3. Yeah, so in Unit 3, we also talk about this, but we provide this example to illustrate. Yeah, look at this example, everyone. Yeah, okay. So this is the example, and I would like Mr. Taina. Hello, Mr. Taina. Brother Taina. Can you read this example? This is the example of extended definition. Please. Yeah, yeah, please now. Please read this example, okay? Yeah, please, okay. Oh, okay. I mm, okay. Mm-hmm. I we do not quite hear you clearly, brother Taina. Maybe the internet connection. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Please please look at it, everyone. So letterization. So the term to give definition is the letterization. Okay. They say letterization is a developmental process during which the two sides of the brain become specialized for different functions. Yeah, you see, this is letterization. Yeah, for different functions. Yeah, two sides of the brain. Okay, as a child develops, the two sides of the brain become uh, asymmetric. Asymmetric mean not symmetric. Not symmetric. Okay, not symmetric. Asymmetry. Yeah? Asymmetric. In that each side control different ability. Yeah. So actually, the two sides control different abilities. Okay. Yeah. Language, for instance, is controlled by the left side, and the brain and certain type of pattern recognition by the right. Yeah. So the language actually controlled by the left, and then for the right actually control certain types of pattern. However, there is some disagreement as to when the specialization is complete. Some researchers believe the process is not complete until puberty, while others maintain that the brain is lateralized by age 5. Okay, lateralized. Okay, so this is what they actually explain of the definition of the word lateralization, everyone. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is a paragraph definition. This is all you call extended definition. Okay, extended definition. Let's go on. So thank you. Okay, now we move to specific to general organization. Okay, specific to general types. Yeah, SG patterns are also possible in academic writing, and in fact are fairly common in some fields, such as history and arts, as well as some medical genres, most notably in some in case reports and legal genres in case note. Yeah. So this is the specific to general pattern, everyone. For example, in your writing, in your research writing, for the conclusion, you will actually start with the SG, specific to general text, for the conclusion. Okay, be careful with that. So SG text begin with specific focus and then progressively become more general. Yeah. Okay. So it's opposite from the GS, general to specific, where you start with general and move to more specific. But for the SG, you start with specific focus and then move broadly to the general points, okay, related to the topic. So the specific focus could be an event, a piece of art, an individual, or an organization. Okay, yeah, all right. So this is the specific to the general, okay, yeah, organization text. Okay, let's continue, everyone. Yeah, look at here. Okay, the SG pattern, as you can see while in the margin, looks something like the shown that shown below. Look at the figure here. Yeah. So specific or narrow statement, elaboration on the statement, broader context, and concluding generalization. This is the shape. This is the shape, the figure of the specific to general pattern. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's like a glass, but like it's like a upside down glass. Okay. Yeah. This is like a upside down glass, everyone. Yeah. Okay. If you if you turn it over to the opposite way, that will become the GS. Okay, this is SG. But if you actually turn it over to the opposite way, it will become the GS. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's continue, everyone. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at how student in mechanical engineering organize this SG text as part of an introduction to a paper on using MEMS, okay, accelerometer to monitor human force. The full text can be found in Miscups. Okay, okay. So can you now look at here? Yeah, yeah. So this is the example. Okay, yeah. So specific, yeah, and then recommendation. Okay. So can you now look at here? Yeah, everyone, do you see here? Yeah, I read for you. I read for you. Okay. So in 2005, a study completed by the Centers for Disease Control found that 5,800 people, 65 and older, die from injuries related to unintentional falls, and another 1.8 million receive emergency room care. Okay, of those treated, 433,000 were hospitalized for long-term care. Seniors who live alone may suffer from an unintentional fall and often not found for hours or days. Long waits for medical care exacerbate their injuries and increase their risk of health or permanent hospitalization. However, first emergency response to fall reduces the risk of hospitalization by 26% and thus by 80%. The problem with senior not receiving immediate attention need to be addressed. All right. So here they start something with a specific point, and then they actually move to the general point. You look at, they say they start with like, in 2005, a study completed by the Center for Disease Control found that, yeah, this is very specific, and then they move to the broader. Okay, yeah, to the broader. They conclude with the broader recommendation. They say the problem with senior not receiving immediate attention need to be addressed. Yeah, need to be addressed. Yeah, the problems. So what problem? We don't know. We don't know. They just actually make the generalization. Generalization means general points about the problems. Okay. So specific to the general. Okay. Yeah. So let's move on, everyone. I think we nearly finished. Okay. Oh yeah, we finished now. Okay, we finished. So that's all for this morning. But if you have any question, you can actually uh, ask me. Okay, everyone. But just to conclude that, for the specific to the general organization type, we start with something specific, and then we actually move to the general points related to that topic. Okay. All right. So anything, everyone? Hello? Yeah, okay, please. Yeah, hello. You have something to add? Uh, yeah, you can actually review, and you can actually drop the question in the group, because I want it more like interactive learning and teaching. And then for your assignment, you can actually also ask me in the group or my private Telegram. I'm sure with this kind of writing research, some of you might not be quite familiar with writing research. You are like some of you might be just a beginners in writing research. You may have some questions, but it is so good for you to actually know more about research writing because everything you need to actually do with report that is research writing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 Please. It's everything is essay writing. Everything is essay writing, but then you have different parts. You have different parts. In introduction, you have one writing, right? In introduction, yeah. So the first assignment is your introduction. So you will write around like 2 pages. Okay. So it's actually like an essay writing. So I recommend you to write a GS text, general to specific organization text. Yeah, because in introduction you actually bring the background. You actually talk about the background. This is the general point related to the topic, and then you actually narrow it down, mean make it more specific to the main point that you are going to talk about. Okay. Yeah, yeah. But in introduction, usually you have the background of your study. You actually talk about the methodology, the scope of your research too. Please read more and look at the model I sent to you. So what do I mean by saying methodology? Methodology means how you actually conduct that research. For example, you go to interview people, or you just download the document from the internet and read that document. This secondary data. But if you go to interview people, this is the primary data. Primary data. Okay. And scope. Listen to me. Scope. Scope mean limitation. Mean mean the area that you do with your research. The scope. Okay. For example, you actually interview general people, or you just interview some student at your school. And some student at your school, at what grade, for example, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, or all grade. This is you call scope, okay? Yeah, okay. I think you do, and then you have more question, okay? Yeah, okay. Anybody else? Hello? Hello? Okay, okay, thank you. So everyone, thank you for today. Please communicate and drop me question if you have in the Telegram, okay? Thank you, everyone. See you later. Good luck. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. Bye bye.